Hello there, Vlad here. Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to the CATPICK Fridays, February 26th, 2021. I got my Han Solo / Leia mug going on, some tea over here, this time not coffee. And yeah, it's been a busy week. Hopefully you've had a good week as well. A busy one, but good one. And yeah, there's been a lot of stuff happening during the past week since we last talked on CATPICK Fridays. For example, Dave Mustaine is at Gibson now, which feels a bit weird. But I actually kind of like the design of the guitar, like a V shape, but with like an Explorer headstock. I don't know, I think it looked pretty cool and like very Dave Mustaine-ish. And Gibson has been like active getting more endorsees, I think is the correct term. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to think about that because I have mixed feelings about Gibson as well. Like, if there's like one guitar that I wish I hadn't sold was my Les Paul 2020 model, the Les Paul standard one that is. But then on the other hand, yeah, I don't know. They're a weird company and like I don't agree with a bunch of stuff they've done over the past couple of years or so. So I don't know, I have mixed feelings. I'm happy for Dave though, so I guess that counts something. But let's dive into a random positive thing first.
Wow, that is amazing! Yay! Wow, so great!
Warning, it is highly debatable whether the next thing I'm about to say is actually a positive thing. You have been warned.
So the people who have watched the previous episodes of CATPICK Fridays have probably noticed that I've been really praising the Finnish winter over the past few weeks. And yeah, it's been great. Like, we haven't had this kind of winter for a while, and it's great to have snow for weeks and weeks, for months actually now, and have like proper freezing temperatures. But it's not all good as well. As I found out last week after I had already shot the CATPICK Fridays episode for the previous week, what happened was basically our car didn't start up in the morning. My wife and my daughter were leaving to kindergarten and work, and the car just didn't start up. It was just saying that, hey, the battery is out. It's not going to start anymore. It was minus 26 Celsius outside during that time, which is something on Fahrenheit. Instead of me just always mocking your temperature things, I'm going to actually put it here. So this is how cold it was outside that morning. And yeah, but yeah, basically that immediately caused a little bit of panic. Luckily, our neighbor gave my wife a ride to the workplace. And then I took my daughter on a bobsled to her daycare, which isn't that far away, but it was damn cold, like really cold. And after a series of events and calling repair shops and towing companies and stuff like that, I got my car running. It has a new battery now, all good. But I guess it was bound to happen. I'm actually not sure, like, is this a random positive thing? Is it a negative thing? Do they outweigh each other? Does it become a random negative, neutral thing? I don't know. You decide. But that's what happened last week. I like the cold, but it's not good on the cars. Nope. Last week we talked about my second electric guitar ever, which was this Yamaha that I still don't know the model name of. And after that guitar, I remember selling the Yamaha and actually getting two guitars in a short time span. I'm not sure which one I got first, but basically I had an LTD Viper 100, so like the second cheapest model of that Viper series that was available at the time. I had that, and I also got an Ibanez RG, is it 350DX, like in white. I think they still make that guitar with like super flat fretboard radius, and I don't know, like very decent pickups. Again, for whatever reason, I went for this Floyd Rose-ish design without me still knowing at all how to adjust it. I don't know. Again, I just went for the looks. It looked cool. It looked heavy metal to me. But then there was like this alt rock, grunge rock, I don't know, some different kind of metal thing going on in my life at that time, and maybe that's why I wanted the Viper as well. And again, I remember having those guitars for at least few years, like both of them, playing them depending on what kind of stuff I was going for. And I remember playing, like, I think I was doing like an internship before my military service in school, and I remember playing that Viper in like a Christmas concert or something, where I also sang. And that's where I realized, like, that guitar had like the other pin strap was like behind the neck joint, so basically it would press my diaphragm all the time when I would like play it standing up, and that's why I decided to sell it. And while selling that, I also ended up selling my Ibanez as well, and got something else, but that's a story for next week. As you can tell, like, I've just bought guitars for no apparent reason. I didn't have a specific sound in mind, anything like that. I just kind of swapped them every now and then. I think a lot of you people might be able to relate to that. Questions and comments. Before I actually comment on any comments or answer any questions, I want to talk about last week's video where I reacted to a Weezer's cover of Paranoid. And this was the first time I've ever gotten like a proper like copyright thing going on. Like, I've had revenue sharing on a few covers I've done, but this is interesting. Like, for whatever reason, that song or this video, that last CATPICK Fridays video, is blocked in Iran, Syria, Cuba and North Korea. I have absolutely no idea why, but they are blocked from those countries. This is really interesting. And me using a Paranoid song in my video made my video unmonetizable. So like, it's not like a lot of the artists and labels offer you like revenue sharing. As I mentioned earlier, this video, I got nothing, like no monetization for this video at all. The video didn't get blocked, but I thought this was an interesting fact to share. Like, if you have any idea why it's those 4 countries where the video is blocked, let me know down in the comment section what might be the reason. Sounds kind of interesting to me. Maybe like some sort of US thing, I don't know. Let me know if you know. Everybody knows something. All right, questions, comments, something like that. Who's here that asks, morning Vlad, may I ask where you're from? Your English is excellent. Thank you. Every time I hear the name Vlad, I think of vampire movies from my youth. I'm old, 59, but still catnip to the ladies. Good video. Thank you. I did reply to you already, but yeah, I'm partially Russian. I have Russian roots. That's where my first name comes from. But then my last name is actually from my Finnish heritage. So I'm a weird mixture of both. And as I replied to, who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
I basically grew up watching American movies and stuff like that. Like, in Finnish, they don't dub the movies at all. We just have subtitles, so we are always hearing the original soundtracks. And that, plus the fact that I was into gaming a lot, we played a lot of games with my brother on PC. That's how I learned English. I've understood English really well at a fairly young age already. Like, me developing the skill to speak English took a lot of time and practice, but just being exposed to English for many decades has helped me to understand, and then it's been easier to also learn to speak as well. If you watch my first videos from my YouTube channel, my English is kind of a bit more choppy, and it has really required a lot of work to be able to do this in front of the camera. But yeah, we Finns are lucky because we don't hear the overdubs, we hear the actual actors, which is really cool, and I think that helps to learn English. Obviously now with the internet and everything, kids nowadays speak amazing English at the age of 15 already here in Finland, so it's a bit different now. But yeah, thank you, much appreciated. And now you know why I know that you know English, something like that. I don't know, I need to drink more tea. Next Cheese comments on the CATPICK Fridays episode where we checked out the Paranoid cover by Weezer. At least that Weezer cover was better than the one Puddle of Mud shat out last year. Oh, Puddle of Mud, I don't know what happened with that cover. I still don't know what happened. Like, Was he nervous? Like, what was it? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put a link below in the description. That cover is quite something, let's put it that way. And yeah, I have to agree, the Windsor cover was actually kind of fun. The Puddle of Mud version of the Nirvana song, not so much. In this week's VLAD Files, we're going to talk about my first band. And this was during, I guess, what you could call high school time. So like in Finland, that's like 7th to 9th grade or so. And yeah, the band was basically formed from my classmates. And I think we played one gig at like some spring concert or something like that. And we were the last one out of all the bands that played there that evening. And I think our set list was 2 Evanescence covers. Our singer was a huge Evanescence fan, and she actually sounded a little bit like Amy Lee, so I guess it made sense. Then there was some other song as well, I'm forgetting. Ingen Winner, which is actually in Swedish. We had that one as well, and there's a videotape of that show somewhere, and my school's music teacher was supposed to give me one as well, but I never got it. Some of my like friends from that time do actually have a tape for that from that concert, but I don't. If I did, I would love to share it with you guys. I need to see if I can get it somehow, but like that would be amazing. Wait a second, I think I was like 15 at that time or something. That would be amazing to see. So like, what, 17 years later, that would be amazing. Hope I can find it one day and share it with you guys. But yeah, that band went absolutely nowhere after that because some of us went to different schools and stuff like that, moved cities. So we played that one big successful gig in the spring, and that was it. But I still consider that as my first band. Did I mention that the band was called Rewind? Because I think that was my idea, and the kind of thinking behind that was that we are playing other people's music, so we're kind of rewinding and playing it again, something like that. I was so cool at the time, way cooler than right now, I think.
Watch it. Video.
It's not like you have anything else to do. Today's weekend watch is titled Larnell Lewis Hears Enter Sandman for the first time. And Larnell Lewis is a drummer from the band Snarky Puppy, this jazz, prog, I don't know, fusion type of thing. You might have heard of them at least. And what he's basically doing is hearing Enter Sandman for the first time. I don't know how he managed to avoid that song for so many years, but that's how he claims. And what he's basically doing is listening to the song once, and then he's playing the whole damn song. And it's really interesting to see him, first of all, actively kind of listen and trying to remember all the parts in the song, and then play it as well. And I don't know, I really enjoyed this video. It's like really cool to see someone react to that kind of song, like a staple, not just in metal or rock music, but just in music in general. It was such a big hit at the time, and you still hear it everywhere. And then seeing this super talented drummer try to recreate that playing style and everything. It doesn't go perfectly, spoiler alert, and that's what makes it interesting. And yeah, really fun video. Links below to that in the description. Hope you enjoyed as well. Well, greetings from the editing desk. I think this will become a recurring theme where I completely forget to shoot any kind of outro for my videos. And I don't know, maybe I'll start doing these cell phone outros instead. I don't know if it's a cool or really lame thing, but I'm doing it for now because it's fast and easy and hopefully fun. I don't know. There's the video you just watched, about to be rendered soon once I add this clip over there. Have a great weekend. See you in the next one. Bye.